So in order to start a lesson, you're going to do something a little bit different than just preparing. The first thing you need to do every time you go to start a lesson is press check in and update class info. This will then log your hours for 4.0. You'll then see at the bottom, you have the option of the classes that you teach. So if you teach Wednesday, Friday, if you're in Ho Chi Minh, then this will say Wednesday, Friday and your class level. If that is the only 4.0 class you have, that is the only button you will have. If you teach multiple 4.0 classes, you will have all of your 4.0 classes lined up at the bottom. So to start a class, you have to press the correct class at the bottom and it will bring you to this screen. Once you have done this, you'll just press start, continue, and then you'll be introduced to this. The majority of the time, you're always going to press new lecture, and then you'll press confirm, and this will allow you to start your lecture. This will then bring you to the AP number. The AP number will change dependent on your center. Most AP numbers are usually 2 or 1, but it may be your classroom number or a different number if your IT has set it up differently. So please ensure that you know your AP number before you try and teach your 4.0 class. For this class, it's going to be 2 because I'm in room 2. I confirm. Then you'll get introduced to your home screen. You have the option to wait here for the students to log in, or you can go straight into the class. So here you can see Tyler has logged into this class. If your students are always late, don't worry about this. Go straight to the book at the top on the right here, and it will bring you to your bookshelf. Let's go to the book that we are teaching this lesson. If you ever get displayed with this notification, you need to send the student login into your class the textbook. So all you need to do is just press straight, send textbook, and now the students can access the textbook. If a student is late to your lesson, they can log in after and it will come up here. It will say alert and it will come up with the name of the student and if they would like to log in the lesson. Again, you will just press yes and confirm that student's attendance to the lesson. After that, start lecture. And now you're back to the home screen. And the prep that you did earlier is here. It is still here. When you're sending media cards in class, if this was your prep, you need to find the little card in the corner and open it up. One thing to note is that if you see the functions at the top, the spiral here will turn around your image and then it will give you the text that you put on the back. You navigate through the media cards by pressing the arrows at the top, so forwards and backwards. The students do not have access to images or flashcards unless you press this send button. Once you press the send button, the students will have access to it forever. So you will just go through and deliver your media cards. And the drawing card will look like this. Once you press view results, you'll see at the bottom the numbers of students that have completed each task. So if you have set them a short answer card, here no students have answered yet. So this will allow you to then push them to answer the question. And then if you go here, you can see 2 out of 2 students have answered this. They have done their drawing. So once they have done it, you'll press view results and you'll come into a table like this. You can choose to either view multiple images, only 4 images, only 1 image, and then if you choose only 1 image, you can navigate through the arrows. Once you have done reviewing this content, you can exit out and you'll come back to your media card. If you want to finish your media cards, you'll press X again and you'll be back to the reading or listening passage wherever you've planned the break. Now we're going to look at the functions that are available on the tablet up here. So you'll see this, the man with the TV. This is called the capture function. This is when you'll ask students to go and underline and circle important information in the passage. You'll then use this function, you'll press the man, and you'll draw over the area you want to see. So draw over the area and press apply. Once you press apply, the students' names will appear up on the right hand side. You can either choose to view student by student, or you can choose to do all students at once and it will show all of the students' answers. To get out of this function, you need to press the book with the tick and you'll be back to normal. The next button is lock your screen, so that's right here. If you press this button, it will lock your screen to the TV. This means that if you change the page, the student's page will also change. But if you want to lock the screen to check answers, you will press this whilst you review the student's answers. The next function to look at is the book here in the right. This is called Eyes on Teacher, and once you press the book, the student's tablet will then come up like this and they'll have Eyes on Teacher and they won't be able to see the screen. Once you undo, it will return back to normal. Next instruction here is the erase button. The erase button, what's something to note is that when you draw, so if you go like this, once you press erase, it erases everything. You can't erase one small thing, you have to erase everything. Over here, you'll see a book with a line over the top. This is called overlay. If you press overlay, you will be able to flick through the pages whilst the student remain on the initial passage. The student's pages won't change, but this will allow you to flick through. Then the last function here that's displayed is the light bulb. The light bulb here, if you press the light bulb, it will tell you the correct answer for that question. So to get rid of this, you'll just press the light bulb again and again. Okay, so the last thing to check on the home screen is students' answers. When students submit their answers, you'll see who has completed the question on the right hand side. In order to access the answers, you'll press the question mark and then the arrow, and it will bring up the answer for each student. So those are all the basic functions. If you want the advanced functions, you slide up from the bottom and hold the square down. You have to hold it. If you press it too quickly, all of the tabs will open. So hold the square down and come up to this page. Some of these functions will look pretty familiar to you, so pick one. It's the same as in April. You'll see there's also a timer function, the timer function here, and the timer function will also allow you to input other times in here, which is a great function to use during the test. But the most important things you're going to find from the square button are here. So you will have block apps. At the moment, the students can't access any of the apps on their tablet, but as soon as you press block apps, you'll be asked if you want to unblock students' apps. Confirm. Now the students can access the apps on their library, and then to get them back out of that, you'll just lock the button again. You also have this cool function called synchronize pages. The students are always on the same page as you in the class, but if you press synchronize pages, the students can go through and answer multiple questions on different pages at different times throughout the lesson. So that's a cool function to have when doing tests. To get out of this, slide up and press back. To navigate up and down the reading passage, just make sure you use the scroll bar here. The scroll bar is this darker bit.